So today's video is going to be another tag video. I just got done filming one of these, if you were wondering. And I don't know which one is gonna go up first, but I just filmed the Invade My Privacy tag. If it's up, I will link it below. And if it's not, subscribe so that you don't miss it. But today's video is going to be the New Year's tag, which if I had known existed, I would have done it like several weeks ago. But I just found it on the internet, so we're gonna talk about 2017 as a whole, how it was for me, and all of that good stuff. So let's go ahead and get started. Question number one, if there was one memory from last year that you could relive, which one would it be? What from 2017 would I relive? I might have to whip out my Insta feed so I can remember what in the heck and bob happened last year. I think I would probably like to relive the trip that Cam and I took to go home. We live very far away from where we grew up, if you are new here. And we've been gone for about 3 years now, and we've tried to go home at least once a year. And in 2017, we went home to visit our families, and we had so much fun. The previous time that we had gone home, I dealt with a lot of like anxiety stuff that just, it wasn't a good memory. I would not relive that first trip home if I could, but I would relive the 2017 trip when we went home because I didn't deal with any anxiety. I got to hang out with my family who I'd missed so much. So I had a lot of fun that trip. I would definitely like to relive that trip. Question number two, what was one New Year's resolution that you accomplished? So the only real resolution I remember making in 2017 was being a little bit more creative when it came to my makeup looks. And I feel like I did really good for the first like 6-7 months of the year. I feel like I really tried to get out there and do like cool, fun looks, and then I just, slowly, like it goes, I slowly fell off that wagon. But I think I did pretty good for the first half of the year. Number three words to describe last year. Do they have to be like a sentence, or can it just be like 3 separate words? I would say growth, change, and comfort. 2017 was a year of change for me, it really was, and not life changes. I mean, sort of. I'm not talking about like a lot changed in my life. I'm talking about I changed. I went through a lot mentally. I went through a lot physically. I lost 60 pounds in 2017. I had like an anxiety relapse, whatever, if you want to call it that. My anxiety got really, really bad in the very beginning of the year. And by the end of the year, I fixed myself. I started taking medicine. I started losing weight. It was a year of growing and changing for me. So I look back on 2017 with gratitude because I changed as a person. I truly did. I am so much happier now than I was at the beginning of 2017, so. Question number 4, best music-related creation/inspiration last year by an artist in your opinion. I'm not really a big music person that much anymore. One person I did listen to a lot in 2017 though was Thomas Rhett. I never used to be really a country fan until I married my husband, who's a total hick. Thomas Rhett came out with that album, I believe it was in 2017, Life Changes, and I love every single song on that album, love it. Oh my gosh, The Greatest Showman, oh my gosh, The Greatest Showman, that was technically in 2017. That came out in December, didn't it, right? That movie was phenomenal. Every single song is breathtaking. It has such a beautiful message. Those were the biggest music inspirations. Thomas Rhett, his new album, and The Greatest Showman soundtrack. Phenomenal. Something you're looking forward to this coming year. 2018 is going to be the biggest year for my husband and I since 2015. In 2015, Cam and I got engaged and married and moved overseas. And in 2018, we'll have been married for 3 years and we are moving back overseas home, which we are so excited for. 2018 is gonna be a whole new chapter for my husband and I. He's gonna go to school and it's a new adventure. 2018 is gonna be totally different for us in terms of everything that we know as adults is changing. Our entire life is gonna be different in 2018, so that's something I'm looking forward to for sure. What did last year teach you? Last year taught me that it's okay to take your time and to listen to the signs. That rhymed, didn't it? Like I mentioned earlier, 2017 was a big year of my mental health for me, and it was the year that I finally got the help that I needed, that I was pushing off because I thought that getting help meant that I was like the victim. I didn't want to play the victim. My mom would always tell me like, you don't have to live like this. We're blessed enough to have great healthcare coverage. So my mom and my husband and my dad and everybody who cares about me so deeply would tell me all the time, go to the doctor, get the help you need. So in 2017, I learned that it's okay to take care of myself. It doesn't mean I'm being selfish, because in getting myself help, I improved my life, but I also improved the people around me, their lives, because my husband suffers when I suffer, my parents suffer when I suffer, the people who love me and care about me, they're better off when I'm better off, because you can't pour from an empty cup. So 2017 taught me that it's okay to take care of myself. What was your most worn clothing item of last year? That one I have to think about. Like in all of last year? I don't know if I had one item of clothing that I wore all year, because I don't know if I had one item of clothing that fit me all year. Probably some type of like comfy article of clothing, probably like a sweatshirt or like PJ pants or something. If you had to sum up your year in one word, what would it be? Probably growth. What are you hoping for more of this coming year? I'm definitely hoping for more of hanging out with my family. I'm not really hoping for that though. I know that's gonna happen. I'm gonna live like only a couple of hours away from my parents, which hasn't been the case in the last 3 years. We've lived thousands and thousands of miles from our families for the last 3 years. So I'm gonna see my parents a lot more this year, which is so exciting. What are you hoping for less of this upcoming year? My like immediate answer that I came up with in my head was anxiety, but I didn't really have like that much anxiety in 2017. It was just the first, like the very beginning of the year, I was like, it hit me hard, people. I hope for less of being away from my husband, because I hate it when he leaves me. I think it's good to get some time apart every once in a while, but like I miss him a lot. And this trip in particular, he's gonna be gone for like 2 weeks, which sucks so much, but you know, that's the life I signed into. Best book you read last year. I only read one book last year. I'm not a huge reader. I was reading it all last year and I'm still not even finished with it. I don't really know if I wanna like discuss it though. I guess I will. I'm gonna go get it. This is the book that I've been reading for the last little while. It's like kind of weird to like talk about this on the internet, but I don't mind. It's called Intimate Issues and it's about sex, basically. It's like a self-help book. It is a Christian book, so if you don't like to read about God and the Bible, then I probably wouldn't recommend this, but it's basically just about sex and all the questions that we as, you know, Christian wives have about sex. This book answers it. So that's what I've been reading, and it's been taking me a hot minute to finish it, because like I said, I am not a reader. But this year, I'm gonna read The Purpose-Driven Life by Rick Warren. I already started it, I did day one, and I'm so pumped to read that book. What is your New Year's resolution for the upcoming year? I have several. I have different like little mini goals, you know, that I want to achieve this year, but I think my main one is going to be more generous. Because I'm a very blessed person. My husband and I are pretty young, and I mean, we're doing pretty well for our age. I'm very blessed. I have a roof over my head, I have food on my table. So I want to be a little bit better about giving to charities and donating things, just stuff like that. I just want to be a little bit more generous. I want to spread the wealth, spread the love, you know? So that's everything for this tag video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss any future videos of mine, and I will see you guys next time. Question number 1, could you look back, a couple of hours away from my camera? Question number 1, could look back, this is not a correct, proper sentence. So that's everything for this tag video. Question number 1, if could look back on one memory from last year that you wish you could relive, what would it be?